Hello, welcome to Fundamental Movement Lessons. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the movement called the cat-cow, and we're actually going to be blending the cat-cow with threading the needle. So I'm going to be talking about two separate motions, and we're going to kind of blend them together to make them one. So as always, let's break down why would we do the cat-cow? What's the purpose of it, right? Well, with the cat-cow, and the way that I like to teach it is we're introducing spinal flexion and spinal extension to each region of the spine. Now the spine has three separate regions. We're going to be talking about the cervical spine, which is the first 7 vertebrae. We're going to be talking about the thoracic spine, which is the 12 vertebrae that are in your mid-back. And we're going to be talking about the lumbar spine, which is the 5 vertebrae in your lower back. Now we need to be able to utilize the cat-cow to introduce flexion and extension to each of those regions. Let's talk about the cervical spine first. So when we do our cat, for example, when we go into spinal flexion, we're always going to lead with our head. So we're going to open up the spine by looking down into flexion, just like this. And as you can see, all these joints are opening up. After we get to cervical flexion, it'll translate into thoracic flexion, just like so. So cervical flexion first, then thoracic flexion, then, as you can guess, lumbar flexion. Okay, so it would look something like this. This is what it would look like inside of your body, right? When we come out of this position, we're not going to lead with our head this time. We're going to lead with our hips. We're going to lead with our lumbar spine. So when we get into our cow position, so this is cat, because cats have those arched backs. We're going to get into our cow position. We're going to lead with our hips. So we're going to start this motion by putting extension into our lumbar spine. Then the extension is going to travel through our thoracic spine. And then lastly, extension into our cervical spine, right? So that right there is the basics of how to perform the cat-cow. And we're going to show you guys in real time here, okay? So if you can remember, I want you guys to try this with me here. We're going to start on all fours. We're going to put equal pressure on our hands and our knees. We're going to grip the ground with our fingertips here so that we're nice and grounded into the earth. And we're going to start with our cat position. So what are we going to do? We're going to lead with our head. So cervical spine drops down into flexion. Okay, so once we're here, we're then going to take that flexion and introduce it into the thoracic spine. So just the thoracic. And when I do this, I'm actually going to push my hands into the earth, and I'm going to take my elbows and I'm going to turn them backwards so that my elbow, the back of my elbow here is facing my legs, okay? So when I do that, again, I'm going to push into the earth and turn my elbows backwards. Okay, so let's try that. Cervical, thoracic, I'm pushing through the earth, and then I'm going to do lumbar last, tucking my tail, arching my lumbar spine. And I'm going to hold it here. I should feel a nice deep stretch in my spine. This is full maxed out flexion. Now let's do the cow. We're going to lead with our hips. Extension in the lumbar spine. That extension will translate into the thoracic spine, and then that'll translate into the cervical spine. Just like a wave. And then I drop back down into my cat. So cervical, thoracic, pushing into the earth, putting those elbows backwards, and lumbar. We're going to do our cow, so lumbar, thoracic, and cervical. Okay. So that is how you do that motion. You can speed it up if you'd like. I just wanted to teach you in this video how to perform the cat-cow specifically. Now, some key things with it. If you want, you can utilize your breath in it, okay? So you can do Inhale for extension, so like this. Exhale for flexion. Drop the chin. So that is the cat-cow. Let's talk about threading the needle now. So when we thread the needle, we're going to be doing it from our cat position. So we're going to be in our cat. We're going to lift up, supporting our weight on our left arm here, and we're going to reach through. When I reach through, I'm going to bend my elbow slightly. I'm going to lean all my weight onto my right arm here, my right shoulder. I'm going to try to get my head to rest on the ground. And I'm going to be feeling a stretch all through the side of my thoracic spine, most likely into my right side. Now this is doing thoracic rotation. So from here, we're going to lift up, straighten our left elbow. We're going to reach the hand, our right hand behind our head, and we're going to keep our eyes locked onto our right elbow. So we're going to be doing that thoracic rotation, opening up our pecs, opening up our entire thoracic spine, and we're going to drop right back down, threading the needle through, bending the elbow, and resting. And we could do about 4 of those here. That's 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And you can do the other side as well. Same thing. Starting in our cat, reaching our arm through, resting into our left side as we bend that right elbow. When we come back up, we're going to straighten that right elbow, reaching that left hand behind our head and keeping our eyes locked in. And you're going to notice that one side, or I should say you might notice that one side is tighter than the other. That's completely normal. The reason that we're doing this is so that we can find those imbalances and correct them. So that's how we do threading the needle.